Okay, so from one of the worst episodes in my mind into a pretty good one. So this is Amphibia. This is episode 16B. This is Bizarre Bazaar. That sounds like something right out of Rick and Morty, and for the most part, this kind of does feel something Rick and Morty-ish, and it makes sense because there's always been that theory of like, oh, Gravity Falls and Rick and Morty, they're connected, and then there's like obviously Amphibia and Owl House are theories that they're connected to that. All of Gravity Falls and Rick and Morty, so yeah, so bizarre, man. Oh man, this is a lot of things go down in this episode, man. It's like crazy. So, well, I mean, not a lot of things, but like a lot of things open up because of it. So, it all starts when the family is leaving from the archives. So I'm glad we revisit the archive. We don't see the archives this time. We just go to it. They're leaving from it. So, and it turns out that they went there to figure out to figure out what exactly Anne's music box is. And Hop Pop's like, oh, I'm sorry, we couldn't figure out anything else. I'll look into it. I'll try and find some people who may know about this stuff. And obviously, a few things one is, we already checked the mountain pass, so we know that she's still stuck there, and the fact that it's been 2 months now. We should be 2 months into this. So she's been here for 2 months. We know Hop Pop knows something about this box, and in his mind, it's something dangerous. So he's trying to, I guess, throw Anne off the path again, or at least stalling her with this, and hoping maybe he's looking for another way to get home, or yeah, like for Anne. So as they're leaving the archives, they then find all these little critters who look like something. Yeah, they look weird. I mean, it's all these little critters crossing the road, and Sprig follows the trail and notices that they're leading to an egg, which he says is a ticket to Bizarre Bazaar, which is like an annual secret night market, which yeah, I guess it's something. When you said night market, I was thinking like something along the line of Hellboy, and that's kind of what this night market is. It has that Hellboyish feel to it when you look at it. I mean, it's not. I mean, well, actually, it kind of looks like something in the Owl House night market. Like when you remember, in those episodes when Ida is exploring the night market, she comes across. All right, sorry about that. She comes across, so when Ida's in the night market, she comes across all these different creative looking booths. So, and that's kind of what this one is, when they go to it. But Hop Pop doesn't want them to go to it, but he wants them to stay put because, and all of this is kind of brought up when Anne says maybe there's someone there who knows about my music box. And that's kind of when Hop Pop shuts the whole thing down, because he's like, the second Anne figures out what the music box is, or at least gets a clue to it, something could possibly go wrong. So, Anne and, Hop Pop tells him no, but then Anne and Sprig are basically like, we're doing this. And so they sneak out in the middle of the night. They use the egg to find the night market, or Bizarre Bazaar, and I really like how clever it is because they drop the egg, and from the egg hatches one of the little creatures that we saw crossing the road, and it pretty much just runs off, and so they follow it, which leads to Bizarre Bazaar, which is a secret magic night market in the middle of the woods, and it's, yeah, like I said, it's like a mixture. It's like if Hellboy and it's something out of the Owl House when you think of this night market. It's something out of the Owl House, but with more stuff to it. Like, there's food, there's games, there's no rules. There are rules, but it's like they have all these guards who like basically like obey the rules or you get something. Wally in this episode, for example, he's like, he's playing a game and then he gets cheated, and then someone cheats, and he's like, I want my money back, and they're like, no refunds, and I'm like, Stan Pines would like this place. So, Anne and Sprig, they spend, this is kind of funny. They find a booth that has artifacts similar to Anne's music box, so but the person's on a break, so they have to wait, and so they explore all the different things there, and then they come back, and right when it seems, what did they, the peck, no wait, yeah, so they come back to the vendor, and when they show up, Anne is showing them, Anne's getting ready to show her the music box that's in her backpack, but this being a crooked night market, someone steals her backpack right out of the blue, and so they chase the person down, but they don't chase him down in time because the thief runs back to his own booth, puts the backpack up on display, and says, "Win this." Yeah, that's pretty much what happens, and so Anne and Sprig are forced to play his game. And the game in this situation is a cockroach race. I'll admit, it's pretty creative. It's like, I guess it's like a dirt bike race if you really wanted to make comparisons, because the cockroach makes like a motorcycle like or dirt bike kind of like sound to it. So Anne and Sprig, they'll play for it, but they have to race against someone, and so they race against some weird dude, this big bulking dude named the Wrecker, and so he's like this. He's this big buff dude, and everyone said he hasn't been seen in years or something like that. Yeah, I think it's that. And so he says he'll play for it, and Anne and Sprig they race him, and I love, there's a reference in this freaking race that's so hilarious. And if anyone who's played Mario Kart knows, I mean, that's literally all I have to say. I mean, okay, let's talk about the race. So, like I said, there's no rules, and at first Anne and Sprig don't know that, but because the guy shoves them off the track, and then they're like, hey, what was that? And they're like, there's no rules at Bizarre Bazaar. And so Anne and Sprig are like, okay, so they do. This is a weird joke. I don't know if this was intentional. So Anne's like, Sprig, tongue him, and Sprig's like, but I hardly know him. You figure that out. So they basically knock the Wrecker off the course, but then the Wrecker whips out, and I literally lost it when I saw it. He whips out the blue shell from it's not the blue shell from Mario Kart on points, but like it's kind of like a beetle, but it's blue, but it's got white spikes on it. He throws it, and it does exactly what you expect it does. It goes to Anne and Sprig and just like stops in front of him and just boom. Oh my god. Mario Kart reference. I didn't expect a Mario Kart reference in this show. I would expect a Mario reference in the show, with like the mushroom, like maybe a mushroom or a flower, or maybe we run into a turtle that kind of looks like Bowser. But no, we get the freaking blue shell. So freaking good. But with that, they get blue shelled at the finish line, which means the Wrecker cruises right by and wins it. And of course, it seems like it does really seem like this is interesting. It does really hold on this twist, this twist being that Anne lost the box. Like her one chance to get home, she has now lost. And because like Bizarre Bazaar, the event is over because it's only over for a limited amount of time, and when it closes, everything disappears, and so Anne and Sprig are left alone in the woods. with the wrecker. And that's when it's revealed that Hop Pop was the wrecker the whole time, and then like he rips off this costume that he has on, and he's standing, he's got these like he's got these extensions, you know, like the wooden, like the long extended legs, and they're like, Hop Pop, you're the wrecker. And then Sprig's like, people said they haven't seen you in years. Have you what have you done? Have you committed any crimes? Have you killed anyone? Sprig being Sprig is so freaking funny. And then I love, and then Hop Hop drops the joke, like, whatever happens in Bizarre Bazaar stays in Bizarre Bazaar. And then Anne's like, oh, just like Vegas. But, you know, Hop Hop obviously, he tells him, like, I told you shouldn't be coming, you shouldn't have gone here. And Anne's like, yeah, you're right, I'm sorry, I'm glad you came and bailed us out. I never should have done it. So then she gives Hop Hop the music box and says, let your friends check it out and hope, and I take all the time you need. And Hop Hop's like, I'll do my best. And then we close out with Hop Hop going to a tree near the house and burying the music box and saying he can't. He's saying, I'm sorry, Anne, but I can't let you be seen with this. I can't let you walk around with this thing. And he buries it. And yeah, that's a lot of questions, a lot of mystery, a lot of just, you kind of try to, and I like this is kind of what Gravity Falls did with Grunkle Stan, because like you knew he was building a machine, but you just didn't know 100% why. And you didn't know 100% even if he was Grunkle Stan. This show, however, it's not more. We know Haha, we know what he is, but we just don't know his entire story. And that's the thing. I can believe that everything that he's done in this series so far is the real Hop Hop. We just don't know how much of the real Hop Hop we're getting. Like, we have no idea what this is. We have no idea if Hop Hop is doing this for good intentions, for bad intentions, or does he even trust Anne at all? Like, that's the thing. Like, does he think Anne is actually secretly this person, this evil person? In my opinion, no. From what I've seen, no, because he trusts her. He seems to really get along with her. And so, in my opinion, I think he's just scared of the box rather than what Anne is capable of. He just I guess he thinks that Anne is just the victim in all of this, and he doesn't. And in my opinion, I'm guessing he believes that there's going to be another way to get Anne home and not have to worry about the music box. But in my opinion, something's going to come. This is going to come back. Something's going to happen that's going to have Sprig, maybe one of them's gonna discover it buried, and obviously they're gonna confront Hop Pop because he was the last one with it. And yeah, it's gonna happen eventually. And if it doesn't happen, then it's gonna be like, what? But it's gonna happen eventually, man. And that is gonna be. I mean, maybe it'll be the season finale. Who knows? But I mean, we're episode 16B. We still have 17A, 17B, 18A, 18B, 19A, and 19B, and then episode 20. So, clock's ticking. Alright. That was a fun one. Yeah. Alright, yeah, I think I'm just gonna wrap it up there. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in the next one.